Alright.
Audio
Tank over the
recorder.
thread.
Alright guys, I'm going to use Windows 10 built-in audio recording app. How about that?
Yeah.
Than what they are. Not that they want to be, right? They're happy with that. But like, if you want to have some flexibility, because PowerPlay was at least advertised to be a very dynamic system with people rising and falling, which even a year ago we thought was what would happen.
Yeah.
Like, then yeah, it was.
And that never
Having
happened.
Pileus, Libertas, and then having the Libertas cooperative, it's...
And if we had gone
Yeah,
and, you know, actually participated for real in the wildcard games and tried to, you know, win it, like, I think that would have worked out for us, right? Because we would have been able to let the faction stay in place and just take our player group and go, you know, form a power or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm kind of glad we didn't win.
Yeah, I mean, there's a subject. How did it, you know, doing the whole thing for the dangerous games? I'm kind of glad we only stuck it out for the first.
Well, it's not that I didn't want it to work. It's more like, holy crap! Now that I'm looking at the amount of work that we would have ended up doing, and
Yeah,
you know, just all the like shit show that it became.
but there's definitely that gulf between having a minor faction and being a player group, and what the established player groups kind of get up to. They're more than just a bunch of people in game. I don't know whether they've spawned from some of these websites that actually have player groups that play multiple games, and it's just their arm of, you know, their arm of this larger group that plays Elite Dangerous.
Well, and we got a lot of feedback, right? And the feedback was like, hey, I think what you guys are saying is awesome, but like, why aren't you streaming all the time? And why aren't you making videos? And why don't you have cool posters and propaganda?
Yeah, we have
Because fuck you.
Like, well,
artists,
it's like we have lives and jobs and
and
shit to do. Like, you know,
We play
I
the
was
game.
moving halfway across the country, and yeah, so it's like,
yeah,
I don't know. I mean,
I've got to go home now. Not home. I've got to go to work and stack shelves, and
yeah,
everybody else
you know,
seems to be a
there's things to
computer
do.
programmer or.
Well, and that's what I wonder is if, like,
artist.
yeah, if we, you know, the community that's in Elite just happens to lean so heavily on a certain type of player that it's like, right, like, it's very easy for them to just pop in and be like, oh, I made the Pileus Libertas app, and it, you know, it's really cool to help you connect with all the PL guys, and it'll let you, like, share things, right? Like, you know what? That's none of us. Like, we're not those people.
That is not us.
Maybe we're just a bad mismatch for this game and don't realize it.
Listen.
We should have
No,
been
I
a
think-
guild at some
Listen.
other game.
We enjoy it though.
Yeah, I don't know. We've always come at it differently, right? Like when we
believe
made
so.
the group, we didn't want to be like the player group. We always wanted to just kind of like shoot the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were going to be the RP, and
Yeah, good thing we didn't do that too.
yeah,
It's not that we
I
don't
still
have
like
our.
the idea.
It's just like
There was so
know.
much noise. Everything got drowned out, and we kind of.
I'm glad
both
too
for
because
other
like
player groups.
well, and our RP, which would revolve around sort of being like freedom fighters and people who wanted to oppose all forms of oppression, and it's like, well, yeah, but the methods that are available to us are limited by, you know, Frontier's mechanics choices, and so like, how do you free slaves? Well, you sell them on the black market somewhere, and pretend like that's how you freed them. Right? Like,
And look how the argument devolved. I mean, even that thread we were looking at just earlier.
yeah, right. So there was a community goal that is established in lore, right, through Galnet in the game. Hey, slaves sold here are set free. But if you go to the station, you can buy slaves. Like, what the fuck? You know? That's not PRI's fault. That's how the game is screwed up, right? And
Yeah.
And even people during the CG were like, well, this is weird because you're buying slaves in one place, so you're giving money into the slaving system, and you're selling them in another place. Like, how does that work? You're like, well, it works that way because that's the only way it's able to. We don't have an abolition mechanic. Right, so like that's where I think I'm glad our RP, not that we don't have it, but that it just never became the center of what we did.
I think it's still there. Just it's still
Yeah,
the kernel of it, and it might have a chance to grow it. But I did, you'll know, but I observed it as it was happening through relaying the the emails or just talking to yourself after you talked to FD, and it was just the realization that
yeah, they don't
there
want
was
anything.
that limit, and everything had to be scaled back again and again and again. And it wasn't that you went
Well, and
to the moon or aim for the moon, but it just seemed to be getting harder and harder to get anything kind of to
Yeah,
flow story-wise
well,
with the
but
game.
and were interested in pursuing either, right? Like they were wanted to go with things. So I don't know. Come back, maybe there'll be other stuff. Have in like, well, we talk to Frontier, we're their good friends, we're their buddies, and have special access to them. So, huge changes coming. It's like that's fine, and that's the first time they've said that though, right? I can remember, Al-Kubir especially coming back over and over again and saying like, we went out and had beer, guys, and like shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Or I remember talking with Corwin, and he was like, "Oh yeah, like actually in the channel we're having a chat with Frontier right now." It's like, but I
Cool.
think what maybe actually is happening is like, or some other person at Frontier is like their friend.
Could be. I mean, sometimes I got the impression that they were dropping in the TS, and maybe that's what they were talking about. Is they're saying, "Oh, we're having a beer." They're sitting on TS, and,
Yeah,
They're all having a beer separately in their own houses.
yeah.
That's like how we're all having pizza together right now.
Listen, do you have pineapples on your pizza?
It's a must.
I did not hear a single word he said. Did you, G-Swine?
Who?
Okay.
What?
Quaid is Quaid's
you know,
kind of on electronic robot voice. Quaid.
there it goes. Oh. Is it better?
That's
So
better.
far, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, my awesome headset has a volume control on the. I was sitting on it.
Nice. Good job.
Another example.
Jesus. You really do sound like a robot. You just went another example.
No, I don't know what to say about it. My tubes are clogged. Real.
Okay, that was something I didn't need to know.
No, like Ted Stevens. You're probably too young. All right.
What were you trying to say to me?
No, the joke, like the internet's not a series of tubes, or the internet's not a big truck, it's a series of tubes, that thing, that whole. No, you don't remember? Okay, it's fine.
G-Swine, is he high?
He's not high.
So, no,
He's
Ted
high.
Stevens
Maybe he
was a
is.
senator from Alaska
You're a
who
senator from
was
Alaska.
chairman of the Senate committee that like oversees all the internet shit. I don't remember exactly what it was, like the FTC committee or something. And oh no, I'm not going to remember the committee name. So the point is, he gave this speech about how the internet worked and stuff like that, and this was in like 2004 or 5. And he kind of came up because his speech is all about how the internet's not a big truck. You can't just dump things on it like a dump truck. A truck, it's a series of tubes. Material on those tubes. Like, obviously, this guy has no fucking clue what he's talking about.
Apparently.
So that was the joke. It's like the internet's a big truck, or
Right.
it's a it's tubes. There's a lot of tubes. Tubes are clogged.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just need to go take a poop. I gotta poop. I'm sorry.
You go do that. That's cool.
It's not. This is a great start to our podcast.
We put the pressure on. That was the problem. If one of us had just set it up and the rest of us didn't know what was happening.
Putting the pressure on me.
See, it's difficult for me to cultural references, but
I only say things to entertain myself anyway. I'm not. It doesn't matter to me whether anybody.
That's absolutely funny. I've always enjoyed it. It's all good. Oh God, you sound like you've had a hard day at work and now it's getting late. Don't you dare fade.
Quaid just is
Explained a joke.
interesting. Okay, that's it. That's all I. It was weird, and there was shit going on or something. There were tubes, and he has to use the restroom.
Yeah. And my connection's going bad, so
Yeah.
it sounds like a robot every once in a while.
It's everything's gone just straight downhill.
Except Arngen. Arngen is going in one direction.
And that is downhill.
That is. There's no hills in space.
There can be hills if you want there to be hills.
There's no down. In space, no one can hear you ski.
What?
Yeah.
What? What? That.
He's too young.
What? You
It's-
guys are like.
It's going. Yeah, we're going freeform. It's just gonna be. It's. Don't try to follow. Just enjoy.
You guys are
That's
just pulling my chain, aren't you?
Yeah, and this is what happens when you don't give us a topic. Come on.
I told you what the topic was.
Wait, didn't we finish it though?
Oh, did we? I all I remember is that the topic was Quaid sucks. So.
Oh well, that never ends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we ignored them.
All right.
We skip.
I see. Oh, listen. Just looking around my room, I have peanut butter. Do you want to talk about peanut butter?
No, elite stuff. Let's
Okay.
try to keep it
Yeah.
somewhat.
All right. So we're talking about some elite stuff.
There's plenty to talk about.
Yeah. there's
You're
always lots
plenty
of-
to talk about.
I haven't even looked at Slack in the last 20 minutes. I'm sure we could find something silly there.
I don't even have-
Nobody's talking.
I don't
no.
think anybody has. The last thing posted was almost an hour ago.
Yeah.
I think it's that
Crazy.
lull time. That's one thing I'm sad about is that now that I'm not listed on the admins, I don't get the weekly email. That's like
Oh,
here's the
so
number
it's
of
moving
messages.
I get it for our Slack.
I get
Well, I
it
get it
first.
from
Like
us.
it's actually
get it
stopped
on,
coming through for Aisling because
Oh,
I'm
maybe he
technically
just-
still admin. Yeah, I haven't had
'Cause
that in a couple of weeks.
I was keeping track of that for a while and was just noticing that there was a big downward trend in the numbers. But that it actually began after our 5th C thing, and that we didn't see a huge drop off from 2.1, which I think a lot of people thought would be the case because most powers had a lot of people quit. But like we had actually seen a kind of steady drop off since then. You know, and
You
we
know
had,
what? It's
we had
probably the
big
people
drops
who
with
came into Spy and went, nah.
that could be it.
Everyone's
Like,
a
oh,
spy.
yeah.
But
don't know.
no, I was actually surprised when you said it was like 350 odd. The last time I saw it, it was creeping back into the 500s, which means we've lost a fair few.
In general, it lists 398 in general.
It's a lot of people.
So there you go. Yeah. I mean, there's 20 people online right now. Nobody's talking.
Yeah,
They're online.
that's really the problem.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at who's online. Like, they're people who are busy people. Like, they've got shit going on. They're not like us where they just.
Yeah. Where we're chatting about a podcast.
Are we recording? Do we have a podcast now?
I told you.
We're still on Twitch. I am now mucking about with. I was recording 25 minutes, nearly 30, and I'm trying to do a multi-track now. It doesn't seem to want to do it. Because I reckon I was just recording myself because I couldn't see the waveform move when you guys were talking. I have, of course, not played the file back yet. So I was going to try a multi-track with
Here's
my
what we
microphone
do.
and
If it's still complicated, what we do is, if we only get like our own microphones, we'll just all have an event where we count down and say beep, and then we'll all send
It's a sync.
the copies to everybody, and then somebody can stitch those together.
No.
Beep
Listen,
where you
I've
start.
been recording it. It's just gonna record with video. I'm just gonna need to take the video out.
Why?
Simple.
Why not just keep the video in?
Because the video is a black screen. I'm literally not recording anything.
Put like animate it. Draw drawings of what we
Oh,
look like when we're
God.
talking.
We really want to do this?
And dank memes.
Dank memes. You want me to
Yeah,
record?
memes and
dank
like MS Paint
memes.
drawings. If I am ever a Twitch streamer, I'm gonna end all my streams by opening Paint and just writing the end. Though I like that.
I like that.
That was pretty
I did
funny,
like-
actually. I had a good laugh. Thought that was clever.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna draw. I'm not gonna put dank memes. I'll put like a picture of a cat. I don't know. Maybe I'll go through and put pictures of what we're talking about at certain highlight points.
Yeah, but this is why we could never be a power, right? Like we don't have any of this fancy shit.
We do have fancy shit.
We can't handle that. It took us like a year just to get a
we-
logo, and I still can't even find a copy on my computer of our logo.
God damn it!
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Got, like
Somewhere.
several different versions.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I know there's a bunch, but like I didn't make them, and so like
Are
they were on
you
the stack somewhere, but I never saved a copy.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
Oh boy.
I've got that picture of my manatee with the mouth on it. That's really disturbing.
That is my favorite. That is definitely going up in the podcast when I eventually.
That is a good one. It's
yeah,
pretty
that's-
creepy looking.
That's gonna.
You know what it looks like?
That will just be the video. It's just gonna be that picture.
Can you animate the mouth so it talks?
I'm not an animator.
Just put all of our audio into GibGab.
Into GibGab.
Or Jib,
And just
Jib
use
Jab,
that. What is it? Jib
whatever
Jab?
that is.
I mean, let's
Jib Jab, something like that. Oh shit!
Jib
I didn't
Jab.
request that.
E-cards for every occasion.
I don't know that it's still a thing.
Yeah,
It
Jib
was
Jab.
one.
E-cards for every occasion. Jib Jab. Yeah. I could do that. Probably. I'd probably get sued. I don't know. I don't know how copyright works. They've been around for almost 20 years now. 1999 to 2016. Good on
What?
them.
The
What?
Jib Jab?
Yeah. Serious? That's what their website says. Copyright 1999 to 2016. Jib Jab Brothers Studios.
Maybe I'm not thinking of the right thing.
No, this looks right. It's the Okay, I'm gonna click birthdays. We're gonna make a Jib Jab right here on the podcast, starring
Can
you.
Can you insert the manatee?
I probably could. Let's see. Do we want
Because do you know how awesome it would be to be able to have the manatee, like, deliver news to the AD Slack?
Listen, this doesn't this has like specific songs I can put it into. I can't.
Oh yeah,
I can't. I want to do it.
It doesn't. None of it matters.
Oh,
Nothing
wait.
really matters. Nothing at all. Nothing really matters.
Really matters to me.
Yes, that's one way to get a copyright strike.
Right. Well, I mean, I figure all we have to do is like mention
have two.
certain players in our community, and they'll do a DCMA takedown. So
What, you
that's
mean like
fine,
Jezza?
too.
Yeah.
Oh god damn it!
Again.
Whoops.
What an asshole.
I know, right? Seriously. I'm an
It
asshole.
wasn't me. It was somebody pretending to be me. Because I'm
Obviously.
that well known.
Yep.
Yeah. Well done, Jezza. You put your entire name across it, and it got emblazoned.
Put a bullet
Wasn't
on your
me.
back.
Ownership. Damn it. That was his problem. He never took ownership.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's many problems.
Alright, that was.
That's just one of them.
It's like the Spanish Inquisition. They could go on for a while.
No one ever expects the Spanish.
Well, that's one of their strengths is
Inquisition.
their surprise.
You're a surprise. What's this do?
Okay, I've done
There's an error loading your app. Well, alright.
22 missions now for LC and Arngen. What next?
Go to Cubeo and run some missions for the Cubeo Patrons Principles.
No.
Well, I tried.
Yeah, I just don't care enough.
Okay.
I wish them all the luck.
Cubeo's too
I-
far.
No, it's and I had every intention of going down there and grinding out my elite rank. Honestly, when Monty came in and couldn't even tell us like what factions owned what
Oh,
stations
God.
in the one system, right?
Sorry,
This faction
Monty.
is one system, and he's the guy who's in charge of their BGS, and he couldn't tell us the most basic facts about his system, like who owns what stations.
Just gonna be a big, long bleep.
I'm not even sure he could list all the factions that are there, and it's just like,
One long
I
bleep.
really liked Jeff Ryan. He was great.
Just getting bleeped
Like
out.
he put it. This is the classic problem with monarchies and all these like hereditary nonsense things like the PRI. Is you might have a great king, but when that king dies, there's no guarantee that the people after him are any good.
Yeah.
You're not
That's
wrong.
exact-
You're not wrong.
That's exactly what's happened with the Prismatic Imperium.
You are not
Only
wrong.
Jeff's not dead.
You are definitely not wrong. They've also developed into, well, I mean, they kind of were already just an RP group, but they've full on now with Ryan being gone just turned into this. We don't play the game, we just write lore, and then expect
Well,
other people to
mean,
follow our
they-
lore
they
when they
have
play the game.
Players, right? They have players. There's bound to be people in game that are PRI people.
A lot of them have
They're
gone to the
there.
13th though.
I don't know. I have no idea how big that split was. How many were in one group or the other?
It's really weird how many splits they've actually had, and trying to actually keep track.
The 13th
Well, they-
also split, didn't they? They split into the 31st and the 13th or something like that.
I don't know. I don't pay any attention to them either.
Yeah.
They've
Listen,
never
all I know.
intersected with how I play, so it's never been something I've paid a lot of attention to.
All I really know is that, like, Reddit drama of the 13th and the 31st and PRI, and it's horrible.
I don't know.
Goes way over my
I
head.
mean, yeah, it doesn't make sense to me either.
Am I recording again? Bee. Okay. I seem to be up and running. It's all.
I'm still recording, so
It's kind of like Hunter
I
S.
know, so.
Thompson's description of the inside of the Cadillac.
What? What does that even mean?
This is gonna be a long night for you, Algold.
Listen, I
Yeah,
don't.
man.
I'm just. That's the end of the.
Read a book. God damn it. Actually, that's a cheek. I haven't read a book in about the last 4 years. A
That's why you
bookshelf full
should.
of books,
That
I
is
haven't
why
read one in
you
ages.
should try Audible.
Audible.
You should try
Look,
Audible.
he's,
You
he's
should-
already fishing.
We've
should
already got a commercial
You
for
should
our
try
podcast.
audible.com. You know, if you go to audible.com, you can sign up for a free
Cat-
30-day trial. You can get a free
Casper
book.
mattresses. Casper mattresses and Blue Raven. No, not Blue Raven. What is Blue
Blue
Apron?
Raven?
And Blue Raven's a restaurant. It's not even a thing.
This podcast is brought to you by let's see, Blue Apron, Casper mattresses, Audible. Let's see what else.
Manatee,
What'd you say?
Munchin Manatee meat.
Munchin Manatee Meat Corporation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be
Munchin Manatee Meat Corp.
Crunchyroll. It's,
The only
what's
manatee
the
meat
website one
in the galaxy.
that is?
Audible.com. Oh,
Audible.com,
Weebly and
no.
Squarespace. Also brought to you by
Squarespace.
Weebly and Squarespace.
Squarespace. Yeah.
Go to
They
say
do have-
Squarespace.
They do have pretty slick looking website templates and
listen,
stuff, though.
they really
Better
do.
than anything I could make for myself.
I'm pretty sure that one of the websites I work on is hosted by them. Pretty sure.
They are very good
Hey.
at what they do.
By the way, we need to buy the
You can
KOS.
do your own code.
we need to buy KOS. Yes, we'll buy KOS.com and it'll just forward to our KOS spreadsheet. That's it.
No, I think we make it like a really slick template, and like these are the official people that are kill on site.
Oh jeez.
And it is,
You don't
and we
think it
we
risks
advertise
actually
that
being
everywhere. These
misunderstood?
players, no, and it's got to be ridiculous. Like #1 kill on site person, and it's going to be somebody like
It's Ikeo, obviously.
We better get friendly with a lawyer.
You better get a lawyer. Really?
It'll take about a fortnight before the FBI start knocking on your doors.
Well, no, we'll specify very clearly that we're talking about the video game.
We do not want any real people dead.
Correct.
There'll be like
yeah.
First on the
Senate
list.
committees going.
First on the list. First on our list would have to be the AI named Kirk.
Right, yeah, the NPC.
Fucking Kirk.
Ooh.
I
Faux
hate
pas.
Kirk. Brabin is
Excuse me,
Braben. Braben is number 2.
Raven?
Braben, yeah.
Poor Raven.
We're not buying that.
See, I've
We're
stopped
not.
playing the game now.
I am serious about Audible though. G Swine, you should try it.
I should. I don't mind. What was the last audio book that I got at the library? I think it was on Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Nice.
What?
Yeah, it was odd. Maybe it was just an odd book, but yeah.
They are enjoyable if you have the time to listen to them. I mean, you can obviously read a book faster, but if you want to it's kind of a mix of actually reading and watching a TV show.
Yeah.
You get the full details of the book and the entertainment of the different voices of a TV show combined into one. It's just really long. I would recommend it though. You could get a free book by going to audible.com. Sign up and you get a 30-day free trial.
I will have to look into that.
Sponsored by audible.com. Obviously not sponsored. Just want to throw that out there right now. Obviously not
Yeah,
sponsored.
you
We have
better-
no
There's
sponsors.
all these pitfalls.
We are an
Excuse me.
unsponsored podcast and we enjoy it. Do we? Actually, do we enjoy it? We're making no money for this, I mean. Are we though? Maybe we are.
Are we enjoying? I'm enjoying it.
Excellent.
This is a muckabout. It's all good.
We're just faffing, obviously.
What I like.
Faffing in the gaff with each other.
Laughing in the gaff.
All about the gaff. Faffing all about it. Slack went off.
I linked a thing.
Do you like the
I'm
thing?
looking-
I did not know this I didn't know this existed.
They've got them for each.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen this.
I
once.
did not know this
Monty
existed.
Monty,
really
although he
interesting.
doesn't know anything, links lots of things.
I did not know this existed. I have never seen this page. I'll throw this up here on the on the I guess the video podcast version of this. It's
I thought it was audio.
it's listen.
Is it still a podcast if it's got video?
Yeah,
Isn't it just?
it's a video podcast.
I think it's become a thing now.
Yeah, I watch actually a lot of video podcasts. They're really fun.
Can we call it a different? Can we make up our own name? Can we call it like an elite cast?
No,
Okay.
it's a video podcast. I'll throw this up here, but it's the
How about-
traffic statistics for at least for our sub, the Ace Link Duval subreddit. I did not know there was a statistics page.
Yeah.
For
there's one
subreddits.
every sub.
I like that our page views has gone down drastically
Whoa.
since September. It has gone from it is literally probably what, maybe
Well, let's see
10,000.
what was happening in September.
The
We were-
battle for the crown. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
Yeah,
battle.
that was Froze.
But if you look at anybody, right? If you look at let's say Hudson, right? Everybody has this huge drop off in March and April. If you look at page views by month, uniques by month.
I guess that
You
that
look
would
at
be 2.0, right? Or 2.1, maybe?
2.1 was May. Came out in May.
So that would be-
Everybody
yeah.
has a drop off. Mahone has a gigantic spike in April, but that's when that huge undermining
Yeah.
thing happens.
So
Mahone-
March, April would be 2.0 then. Like, or no?
No, 2.0 came out in like
Yeah,
January.
in like January. So I
Right.
wonder what that
So-
what that
yeah.
drop is.
What caused a bunch of people to quit power play in the middle of
Chunmar?
Right.
Chunmar.
Right. The fifth column thing happened.
Yeah.
And everybody bitched and moaned about it, and everybody recognized it was a problem,
And then everyone left.
and everybody left. And then what's
And-
the other thing that was supposed to happen in February and didn't? 2.1, right?
Yeah.
Engineers.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
engineers.
had a two-part, at least to the power play population, right? The people interested in reading the power play subs. You had a like two punches, right? The first blow was they didn't get their engineers update, so that new content that everybody was anticipating was pushed off. And then the content that they were currently playing was proven to be broken, and Frontier basically said, "We'll fix it eventually at some date, not soon."
I wonder how much of that drop off though is the fifth seat leaving.
Well, that's why I'm looking at,
Stop
that's why I'm
being
looking at all the other
stop.
powers. Every other power has that same drop off, right? So Hudson has it, ALD has it, Petraeus has it. Even the subs that have very low numbers like Torval and Antal have it, right? Delane has a huge drop off at the beginning of February, and then it picks back up in April and then drops off again in May. Right? So like the page views go down, the subs go down, the uniques go down, and they're all in that same February to March,
Huh.
time.
Kind of period.
And it just kind of continues at an angle down, to now where
That is literally maybe like
Yeah.
10,000
Page
views
views
All our
per month.
all our
Yeah.
conversations on the sub. Everybody else's conversation is on Discord, so they don't even need to have.
oh,
the
that's
subs
That
anymore.
I mean that also
Apart from
helps.
Fishing,
that's a good
because
point.
they're all on Discord, but they're all, even with the separate Discords, they are all linked. Certainly
it's
by the
easy to
time all the
flip
members
from
got
one to
across
the
each
other.
other.
Yeah, that's another
So-
good point. That's about the time that everybody started really pushing alternative methods of communicating and getting everything off the Reddits.
Yeah.
I mean, especially with us with Chunmar, it was around that same time that we said, "Listen, we're not gonna put open, like, keep open
Yeah,
all of
we
our
kind of-
commands for every cycle. We're gonna do that
Yeah.
in private and then post like a mini version of it in the subreddit. So if you want to be part of the discussion, it's not going to be on the subreddit anymore. It's going to be in Slack."
That's
We've
true.
only just, maybe in the last month, had maybe a bit longer, had people actually stop the arguments about how come you don't go to Reddit. We had about the time Danmark and a few others came in and they were like, we're coming from Reddit and this is where we used to get all of our information. That kind of talk is gone. So I think they were the last ones that knew that the subs had been the main contacts. I don't know if that means that people are finding the Slack through other means, or whether they just find the sub anyway, but there's no conversation there, so they don't think.
I don't know.
But
Well,
it used to be a big argument about, we should go to Reddit and say this, but we don't do that anymore. So, I mean, I guess that's because Reddit is very popular. Having not been a Reddit user since, before
yeah, I don't
this,
know.
I'd never been introduced to it. That it was my first visit to Reddit, was to actually come to the AD sub because of Elite.
Same. Yeah, same. I mean, I was never big into a lot of gaming communities before. I mean, I had that guild in WoW years ago, and since then I hadn't really played any like multiplayer stuff much.
Yeah.
Certainly not any MMO.
Hmm.
Yeah, that is interesting. I hadn't looked at the statistics pages like that. The Reddit sub itself is doing great. It's as popular as ever. Like the main Reddit.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, but
isn't
yeah,
it though? Isn't it always?
Yeah, it's doing great.
but yeah, I mean, you were talking about on FD forum how the leaders sub is dead and has been dead for quite a while now. Again, I think that's the groups are talking to each other on Discord, and the conversation FD are so closed. Did we actually? I'm actually surprised that FD didn't say. I mean, I guess they get the whole thing of the real time conversation, but they could technically have had something similar on their forum, but they didn't push for it in the end.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of, in my mind, that goes back to the funding model. They just don't have the people to do it. They've got to prioritize their resources on, developing new content. They can only, how many community directors do they have? Like, one?
I mean, you can see Donosti has had, like, Nicobot and things. He obviously has talked to people behind the scenes and gotten some support for things. So I'm guessing that FD and other gaming companies have been contacted by Discord. From a PR point of view, I would have thought there'd be someone out there doing that, so they've probably been encouraged to help these things along. I could be completely off base on that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so far out of my, realm of experience.
It is kind of something that I wanted to do, and maybe it was a wee bit surprised to see that the people who were advertising their Discords, they did it about, must have been about, I think it was about the time of Tumor, so was that March?
Yeah, like,
they came on and they
really
wanted to be like they wanted to publicize everybody and kind of be a main hub for that, and obviously try and install themselves. And they recently put a post in the Leader Sub forum about their Discord, and they seem to have missed their window massively. I don't even know who they are, but they've got like some PR company experience or whatever, but it just seemed well out of place now. I don't know if you've seen it, if you'd read it.
I don't know. I'll go look now. Got nothing going on. It's not like I want to help Bunshin. Sure.
Should link it.
Dumption.
Private forums, group leaders. Yeah, Elite Dangerous, Discord server, new stuff, exclamation point.
Yeah.
The exclamation point,
They
that's
are-
the part that
they are
seals the deal.
curve.
Yeah, I posted, on... Well, the original
Excellent
post
idea.
was a while ago. Yeah, in May. Oh, this is Rhea, though. Rhea's a pretty big streamer and has a big community.
Real? You like the country?
No, RHEA. She's
Oh.
like one of the elite racers, and she's got a pretty big following. She's a big streamer on Twitch and stuff.
Never heard of her.
Okay. I actually do recognize her ident, the avatar she's using. I don't know if it's another thing. Oh, it's just the idea of there's so many Discords out there.
Yeah, there are a lot, and I mean
There are so many Discords and only 2 Slacks. Just want to throw that
that
out
we
there.
know of.
No, there are only 2.
No, somebody else was
No.
using a Slack. Who was
There
it? I
are
saw
only
them. They were using
2.
it. They were promoting
Oh,
it.
the PA, was it the PA or Nova?
Oh yeah,
Were the
PA.
Xbox ones
There's
using
3.
Slack?
There's 3 Slacks. And I am in 2
Yeah,
of
whatever.
them.
It's a fun. I think you know what the big difference is, right? Like Slack is a popular professional tool, especially in the IT community, whereas Discord is a popular gaming community tool.
Yes.
So
Well-
part of the reason I think that power play, at least for us, jumping in on Slack, like people started using it because they could do it at work a little more easily than they could do Discord.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's like 90% of the reason it's stuck for us.
My boss still
It's still-
walks in on me sometimes, and it's like, oh, Slack. I'm like, yeah. I use it to talk to people for games, but yeah, it's Slack. He's
I
like,
know. Well, that's what's
cool.
amazing though. It's like, even though like, does your organization use it to communicate?
They do now, but I am not allowed in it.
Okay.
That's awesome too.
I'm a
'Cause at
student.
least, like,
I'm not allowed in it.
Right. I don't know.
Fuck us, right?
I mean,
Uh,
ages ago, I wanted to. I mean, I had big plans with this job that I do with the animal rights charity, and they're very set in their ways and how they communicate, and not very good at using the internet. They're kind of
The internet's hard, okay?
come up from being from the 60s and 70s and being very politically minded, doing hand printed newsletters and things like this. But the tools that are out there, I mean, even Twitch and the Discords and the Slacks should be something that they leapt on, but they don't seem to have.
Well,
There seems to be like a whole market out there that's untapped for them. But actually getting them to use it is unbelievable. I could not get any kind of purchase with the idea whatsoever.
To go on to a little tangent, since you brought it up of people not being able to use technology, you would be surprised how many of my peers in college have no clue how to like fix a computer.
Oh yeah.
See, that's alien because
this whole idea of like a digital native is a complete lie.
It really is.
This whole idea is like, oh, this entire generation coming up are digital natives, and they're so used to having computers in their pockets. They're great at using computers. It's like, well, no, because we've made computers easy. You don't have to have knowledge of
yeah.
the in-depth workings of a computer to use it.
There was a. So
The whole concept.
I was sitting downstairs at a help desk today, answering all of the new freshman questions.
Oh god.
And one of the questions I got was, so I try and connect to the Wi-Fi on my laptop, but when I try and connect, like the signal says it's low, and then I get disconnected. Can you fix that for me?
No.
My answer was no, because you're out of range of the Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
He's like, well, is there a way I can fix that? No. Because where you live, you're out of range of the Wi-Fi. I don't see the disconnect
it's like
here.
You're saying somebody's across the hallway.
Well, yeah, pretty much. It was like, okay, really?
Wi-Fi.
He was like, yeah, my phone can do it, but I don't know why. I'm like, okay, listen.
Yeah, because your phone's got a better Wi-Fi radio than your laptop.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just really, there were people coming in and asking that they can't log into their ASU account, so they need to, they need help doing that.
This would be like, okay, so your phone can get it. Yeah, okay. Really cool. I can fix this for you. All right. So what website do you need to go to? ASU.com. Okay.
Okay.
Or .edu. Like, okay, pull out your phone. Yeah.
Go to asu.edu.
Open the browser. Yeah, go to asu.edu. All right. Look, your problem solved.
Ta-da.
You got there.
There's just a lot of simple answer questions that even people my age who are supposedly in the generation of technology and phones and computers and stuff that they just don't know how to deal with. Like, their computer won't turn on. Okay. Have you tried looking inside of it? What does that mean?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna murder everyone. It's just really interesting. Just complete tangent, because I was dealing with that all day today. Just really interesting stuff.
To bring it back to people who you would think would know better, but don't.
Monty. Okay.
I've been playing Elite Dangerous for 6 months now. I've put in hours and hours, including a marathon 50 hours this weekend.
That's nothing.
I'm in a Type 7 transporter. Yeah, I know. I'm in a Type 7 transporter. I can only jump 10 light years laden, and it holds 50 tons. Is there a better way to up my trading? You have had this game for 6 months. You played it for 50 hours this weekend, and you haven't upgraded your Type 7 from stock, basically, is what he's saying, right? It has the stock 50 tons of cargo.
Where is this on the Elite Trader sub?
Let's see. Here's the best, though. The response. Brains, right? That guy who's always, like, babbling on about that. He just says, hey, man, enjoy the game.
Oh, my God.
Let's see. Where are some others? Where are the other goods? Where do I find painite? I almost finished mining 500 ores, and I need to know where to get the painite. I need 6 more.
So he has 500 painite, and he needs 6 more?
No, he has 500 ores. He needs 6 more.
Oh, he never bought the refinery. That would
I'm
be
an
great.
avid role player, right? We talked about the role playing one before. I'm an
Yeah,
avid role
yeah.
player, very interested in elite lore. Are there any role playing groups?
Absolutely none. There are zero role
These are
playing groups.
people.
None,
These are the
zero.
same people. This is the same guy who can't connect to the internet in the dorms.
This is that guy.
Yeah.
It's actually
I
him.
know. It's the
It's like I
same.
said. I mean, a quick
He goes to
search,
ASU.
I mean, I've talked to them on the Slack, and when they come in and they ask questions, and I go, "Have you done this? Have you done this? Have you done this?" And they go, "No, it's too much trouble." It's like the guy who wants to go, doesn't want to hunt ships, but wants to shoot things.
Yeah.
That you responded to the other day. It's
Yeah,
like,
how
can
do
someone
I-
else
how do
play
I
this
earn
game for
merits?
me?
Yeah, how do I earn merits for this power, but I don't want to trade and I don't want to hunt things in Super Cruise? Is there any way I can get merits? Which Onion Man pointed out, I was actually wrong. There is a way he can go into combat zones. He has to find enemies that use combat zones as expansions and oppose them.
Oh, yeah.
Kill. So I guess,
So, but then he'd have
You
to.
know, I've never
who,
done that. I've never earned a merit in that fashion.
yeah, like that,
Well, that's
well,
because the powers
not-
that have combat expansions, like Hudson and ALD, run away with
Oh.
them like crazy. Like they are just super, they just go crazy with them. Like there's no opposing those. No other power can, besides
mean,
those two. Can
if you
vote
wanted to
compete.
get free merits, though, that's kind of a decent way. Go to Hudson Space, fight in a CZ for, I don't know, half an hour.
Yeah,
get
I never.
50 kills.
It's almost as if the way it works is counterintuitive.
Yeah.
Either to the style of play I have, or just the power that we have joined. I guess it's kind of I never looked into that.
Yeah, I mean, the ones we go after are never Hudson or ALD. That's the problem. I mean, if we go after ALD, we can't because we're Imperial, and we just don't attack Hudson. We go after
That must be
the ones that
must be the
just
Imperial
don't do
thing.
CZ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have Elite Dangerous for a while now, and bought me now on the Horizon Season Pass. I know that sounds dumb. How do I get those features in the game? How do I get Horizons?
Tech support. You bought it. You bought it.
Did you?
Get off the Reddit. Contact FD. Talk to them.
Speaking of
Because you're
tech
just going to
support,
get harassed.
there was this Ask Reddit thread about.
Nobody went on and somebody should have been like, try to crash into a planet. If it works, you've got Horizons. That would
Yeah.
be my response.
There was an Ask Reddit thread a while back about it was the question of something along the lines of people who work in IT or like the phone call centers. What's the weirdest situation you've been in? Like, what's the weirdest call you've ever had? And one was something along the lines of, and it was a big thing for Reddit for like 3 days. So, well, it was something along the lines of, "Hi, how can I help you? What's your problem? How can I help you? My computer won't do such and such." I don't remember exactly what it was. "My computer won't do such and such. Can you help me?" "Well, what's the error that it gives?" "Listen, I'm not a computer person. I don't know what that means. Can you help me?" "Well, okay, what are you trying to do when it won't work?" "I told you I'm not a computer person." "Okay, what computer do you have?" "I told you I'm not a computer person. You're not being helpful. I am hanging up."
But they don't want help. They want a
That's
troll.
a troll. That's a troll. No way, that's real.
I have absolutely no clue. That is that
I've
kind
had
of
customers
exact.
like that stand in front of me in the supermarket, though.
I am not a
It does
food
seem to
person.
be-
Where is the corn? Well, okay, the corn is on the.
There is
No,
this
I am not a food
attitude
person.
that the person, as a customer, you're totally entitled, and that whoever you talk to, as they're being paid in a role, should automatically furnish you with whatever it is that you need and treat you as if you are like
Yeah,
their master.
that's the like the customer's always right aspect of working in the service industry, which sucks.
It's deeper than well, I think after the time that I spent, it seems to be slightly deeper than that. It's not even. There's just something going on with their brain that is just completely and totally. I can't even.
Just backwards.
I can't even
Just
describe
backwards.
it. Yeah, it just takes you. You just wonder what kind of reality it is that you're actually in. It's just so off. That sounds like if that was real, that is the kind of situation that person had. Whoever
Yeah.
it was is got their own wee world and thinks that everything should be done.
You really you never. I mean, it's Reddit. People make up stuff all the time on Reddit. I saw it and I thought that it was funny. It was
Yeah.
It was a meme for like 2 days on Reddit. All the Ask Reddit threads. Really interesting. Really interesting. That was the kind of situation that was like, okay, listen, I'm trying to help you. You're just not. You're not being helpful to me. To help you.
Yeah. It's
Help
it's
me
not
help
like
you.
being, is there too much visual medium? Is that part of the problem?
Maybe.
I'm guessing
Maybe.
the person didn't give that person control of their computer, so they couldn't look at their hard drive. Describe this thing to me. No.
I shared with you guys the
Use words. Speak to me.
I shared with you guys the screenshot of me talking to ASU support, right?
I don't think you did.
I think I shared, or maybe I shared the situation. But I was.
How do I get my hands on a meta alloy? Can't find it. Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
Someone was saying today that the places that normally stock those have stopped.
Yeah,
They don't
that's
seem
why
to
I
have any
linked
in.
them the spreadsheet with 107 barnacle locations.
Jeez.
Take your pick.
I thought the barnacles were bugged and they weren't spitting out metas either.
Yeah, like 2 months ago they fixed that.
Did they?
Yeah, I think they did. I've been
It was
lucky
a
enough to
bug
never
after
visit
2.1
them.
came out. It was one of the first things they fixed.
Yeah, because it's important, Thargoids.
But the problem is, it was long enough, because it lasted like 2 or 3 weeks, that people just assumed that the best way to get meta was to buy them.
Obviously, that's what I did to get to visit Farseer. Just go down to Maya, buy one, and go back. Simple enough. Spent like 108,000 or something like that for it. Stupid price.
I was very lucky I got given one.
Ooh, lucky you. By Horseman?
No,
he had
it was
like
Blamo?
15 around her. Oh no, yeah, Blamo had like 15 or something at one point. It's like I don't need these.
Yeah,
So,
he started me on that road of self-destruction.
Listen, it's a good road though, isn't it?
I'm kind of glad that I've got to that point. I've only done one ship, and I'm like, I don't want to do it again.
You've only
for
been doing
so
this all
long.
on one ship.
Yeah.
You spent like at least 50 hours doing engineers, and it's all been for one ship.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
And then they altered the math, and I'm like, oh.
And he spent another 50 hours fixing it. Oh jeez.
No, the once the patch went live for the new one, I only had to do a few rerolls. I actually rerolled everything, but it didn't take me that long to get everything.
You are insane.
I can use bad descripting words.
Insane.
But
You are insane. I just want to let you
yeah.
know. You're
It
insane.
was that trying to squeeze that little bit extra out of the frame shift drive and just shields.
You are insane.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
I should really see, because I wanted originally, before I burnt myself out doing that, I wanted to see if I get like the ASP or even the T7. I wanted to see if I get that viable again, because T7 is, even as a trading role, I don't find the T7 works because of speed and shields and the amount of interdictions. It's the amount of interdictions, because I can't avoid an interdiction.
Right. No, it's really interdiction. Yeah. I mean, I guess in the cutter it's easy. You just submit, boost, and set up your FSD again. But in the smaller ships, I guess you can't really do that anymore because you're.
I'm a
now
fool.
mass-locked.
I want to be able to use the system to avoid it, but of course it doesn't actually really work.
Right. Yeah.
I should just submit.
Yeah, I should just submit, boost a couple times.
Quite a while since I used it though.
Submit, boost, FSD. You're good. So we're
I like my
approaching.
T7.
We're approaching the hour and a half mark on the.
Good. You're gonna edit
For
this
field
down,
podcast.
right? And,
I could edit. I would probably have to edit parts of the first half of it, cause
90% of it down.
No.
'cause a podcast is like 10 minutes, right?
No, what? No,
No?
Yeah.
podcasts are like
Yeah. I think
hour
we
and a
have
half.
a
It's the
hour
ones
and
I
a
listen
half.
to.
But I
Yeah.
mean, a lot of what got is silence. So maybe we've got 45 minutes.
Yeah, I could probably edit out the silence and then the first maybe 20 minutes where I was screwing with my
Smoking
audio
about.
settings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a decent first one. I would say. Not that I mean to cut us off. I'm just
No, not at all.
we're,
I mean,
we're at an hour 20. So.
we're still at Gamescom. We haven't bitched about other player groups yet.
No, we have not.
Plenty of that going on right now.
Yeah.
I rather like all the player groups. I think they're great.
Player groups are fun, except for Corvus. I mean, what? Huh?
Oh no, you just spurred them back. Haven't they been gaining?
Whoa, wait a minute. Did you know we can design our own shit on the Frontier store?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that actually. I haven't looked into it, but I did see that.
I just learned that. I could
Yeah.
get a mug and make it orange.
I don't know why you'd want to, but yeah.
You could get an orange Quaid mug. That's true.
I don't know why you'd want to do
Yeah.
that. I mean, orange is just a horrible color, but yeah, you could do that.
You're a horrible color.
Listen,
Get a PL
gold is a great
baseball
color.
caps. I think that's what turned me off. It was like, okay, we can get our logo on things, but it's still only on things. I didn't
We
want
could
any
get
of the
we could
things.
get our logo on things, but it's only on things.
Yeah.
God damn it!
It's like I can get a mug or a baseball cap or
I'd get a mug,
look,
dude.
you could get a versatile shoulder bag
Sweet.
that has adjustable holding capacity and
Oh
is
my
made
God.
of
Adjustable.
100% polyamide, which I
Wow.
think you get for. I think that's a mining material that's used for engineering.
I should really look out to see what manufacturers are using because it would be quite something to be able to say that FD were using slaves, child labor. Oh, no.
Set of coasters.
Yes. Get
That's-
get a whole thing of PL coasters.
Or members only jacket. Either way.
When we have our
Baby.
PL meetup, we need to buy a bunch of PL things.
We do need to do that.
And
We
just-
have like a raffle.
Yes,
Wouldn't
just
that
have
be
a
excellent?
PL. I mean,
like a Rochambeau.
listen, whatever. Just as long as no one dies, all right.
A duffel bag. 100% polyester.
Wait.
Actually, I would be really interested in a bunch of this stuff.
So there's a polyester one and a polymumbide? Poly something?
Polyamide.
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 So there's two bags.
Polygamy mide.
There's the polygamy one
Oh.
and the polyester one.
Oh, hey, gift certificates. There you
Sweet.
go.
Give one to Horsema. He needs a Christmas. Who doesn't have our Christmas tree yet?
I don't
We
know.
they have the same one that we used last year. I'm sure we have a Christmas tree. I never. think
No.
about that kind of
I
stuff.
mean,
I'm really bad at that.
which of our pilots is missing the Christmas tree bobblehead?
Oh, I see what you mean.
Do you not have a Christmas tree bobblehead?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
All right.
swinging
I'm
about
trying to
right
remember.
now.
I'm trying to remember who Blammo, which Christmas tree bobblehead, or who.
That's still my only bobblehead. I don't know. I want one of like a adorable Aisling. Otherwise, I don't want to do it.
I would get the letters one, but it's like what, $20? Like I don't have the money to spend.
No, I don't want that.
It's like €15, isn't it?
I don't know.
I thought it was like €15.
I'm sure it's a tenner on the British store. I thought that equated to about $5.
I think we're doing worse
Maybe
than
now.
you in money wise. Though actually with
No, you can't
The
be
whole-
doing worse than us. We've
the
had
whole Brexit thing, yeah. That's $15. Okay. $15 for
Really?
the alphabet.
Profiteering is
I thought it was like 7. Oh well.
No.
What do I get?
All the other bobbleheads are, but the alphabet is way too many. Too many dollars.
I was looking at rubles anyway.
Yeah.
Obviously the better currency. Wow,
Actually,
the
I
German,
like this.
the German
Yeah,
flag is on sale.
Pounds, euros, rubles.
You know, I'd be interested to find out whether the figures, the numbers for the EG pilots, and whether or not FD decided to up the cost of things for the Russians. They're all coming. Quick, add another 3 rubles on everything.
Yeah, so it looks like every bobblehead is $7 except for the alphabet, which is silly. I also don't know
I
what
like
the
the
bobbleheads
alphabet one.
are.
I love my Bozo.
So it's a flag sale, right? But like it's just some flags,
Yeah,
and it doesn't even make sense. So like, Poland doesn't get a flag sale.
no.
New Zealand isn't getting a flag sale.
Germany is.
But like Netherlands is, Germany is, Denmark gets a flag sale, but only for Vipers, not for Cobras.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like what?
I never
how are
understood that.
they, you know?
Listen, the American
Yeah,
flag isn't on sale.
Belgium gets the Viper, not the Cobra. Austria gets both. Italy gets both.
Fuck Austria.
Obviously, whoever it was who was designing
Wait, we already
Powerplay
tried
has
that, didn't we?
and put into the FD store, and now they're using their logic.
I don't know.
Using
France
their logic for the
doesn't get a.
sales.
France, Ireland, they don't get
Good.
U.S. Union
Fine.
Jack.
That's
no.
alright. Cool.
Sweden only Vipers. Spain.
Maybe they're doing
only
like
Vipers.
Eastern Europe. They all
Spain's
get
not
flag
Eastern
sales.
Europe.
Spain could be Eastern Europe.
What?
What?
If you flipped
Switzerland?
west and east,
If
Spain.
you go east far enough,
If you go east, if you go,
You mean in Bizarro Land?
if you go east, if you go east of
Yeah.
New York,
yeah,
Spain
it's
would
east
be
of you.
east.
Spain is to your east.
Yeah.
That is correct.
So therefore, Spain is in Eastern Europe.
Only your east, not my east.
You're east of Spain, so therefore, Spain is to the east. Right? That's how directions work.
Alright, you've convinced me. You win.
Excellent. I always win. I
That's it.
usually win because people don't want to spend the mental capacity to argue with me.
Yeah, I stopped listening ages ago.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Horseman's awake.
I do expect him to. Is he going to be around? Isn't he's
Oh, he just said morning.
Mom's got an operation?
Just said morning. Horseman's awake.
So that means I should be asleep.
Yeah.
It's only 5:10.
You said 5 till
An hour and a
3.
half.
You said
I know.
5. You said 5 till 3. That you had
No,
about
5
an
till
hour
3.
left. You said 5. You said 5 till 3. You had about an hour left. It is now
Hour and a half.
10 past 5. That is 2 hours later.
Yeah. I'm having a good time. It's all right.
We're now at about an hour and a half. So I'm gonna.
I mean, I need to go to bed.
I'm gonna say about an hour and a half. We should probably cut it anyway.
Well,
so
I mean, this is a good start. We'll maybe think more carefully going forward next time.
we need to still come up with a name.
Maybe.
I'm just gonna put this up after I edit it as the Shut Up Podcast Part 1. So if we
Cool.
come up with a better name,
It's named after all those people who are ruining Elite by saying nerf
Make Elite
stuff
great
or it's
again.
too hard.
we need to make
Yeah.
Elite great again.
Shut up.
No, we just call it. Yeah, I think "Shut Up" is probably pretty good.
Shut
Shut Up.
Shut Up
An
Podcast,
Elite
Episode 1,
Podcast. No, "Shut Up" and then colon an Elite Dangerous podcast.
featuring Tom Clancy.
Yeah, Tom Clancy. Shut Up.
Tom Clancy's Shut Up, an Elite Dangerous Podcast.
Nice.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up.
Cool.
Alright.
Christ. Thanks
Good
for
night.
thanks for anyone who actually decided to listen to us babble on for an hour and a half. We'll probably.
Oh yeah, I've been going on as though there will never be an audience, so I think I'll.
Yeah, no, the
Listen.
best way to do it.
Thanks for tuning in and listening. We'll probably put out other episodes if we ever feel like it. I don't know what we're gonna do.
We'll have like.
I suppose you should say if you have joined AD, if you're part of Aisling, get on the Slack. If you're not, good
Don't
luck.
get on the Slack. Go to Discord
Yeah.
because it's obviously this is the
Yeah,
superior program.
you're
Wink,
obviously
wink.
on Discord
Join,
already.
Yeah, join Aisling Slack.
If you want to know about Pileus Libertas, don't. Yeah. So
Oh yeah, us. Oh,
Don't worry.
don't send them to us.
Yeah.
No,
Join the
I
80
love
Slack.
adding new members because you have to freak out and then go research them and decide if they're like not spies or something.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly. Don't send them to me. I have enough of that already.
If you want to join Pileus Libertas, talk to G Swine on the 80 Slack. He'll get you inundated to the new Slack and everything like that. So yeah, thanks for listening and thanks for tuning in, and I hope everyone has a good night, or morning or afternoon, wherever you are in the world.
Yes.
East.
East.
Enjoy your breakfast.
All right.
Yeah. See you
We're
guys.
out.